Harry Weslake was born August 21st, 1897, to Mr. and Mrs. Henry John Westlake of Exeter, England. When Harry was a small kid, he lived in a little bit of a rough neighborhood. The kids were little bullies, and he had to go to physical fitness to prepare himself to defend himself against those bullies. As a child, Harry got a gift as a bicycle, and he rode the bicycle for a little while, but he outgrew it really fast, and he went to his papa and he asked for a motorcycle. He said, "Dad, I need a motorcycle. I'm tired of this bicycle." And his dad said, "No way." As a child, Harry was kind of pissed off that his dad said no motorcycle. So he was thinking, like, how can I do this? He invented a gear to drive the motorcycle like an engine. And he started this engine, and his dad came in and said, "Harry, what are you doing?" And he said, "I'm making this bicycle run like a motorcycle." And he said, "Stop it right now, you will not do this." A few years later, Wall Auto Wheel, they patented that particular invention that Harry did, and they went ahead and they made a lot of money. And then Harry went to his dad and said, "Papa, look what happened. I invented this thing. These guys took it, they patented it. They're making a lot of money. What do you have to say about that, Dad?" And the dad said, "I'm sorry." 1912, at the age of 15, Harry saved some pocket coins that his parents gave him, probably his lunch money. Don't tell Dad. And he went ahead and he went and rented this Swiss motorcycle. It was this company, they rented bikes from Switzerland, I guess. He rented this bike, he went out for this joyride, he's very excited. Harry was riding a motorcycle, and then it broke. And then he had to take it back, get his money back. It was an all bum experience. After that, Harry started working for his dad's company, Wiley Company. They were making gas meters, and they had a lot of electronics involved, and he started advancing through the company. He worked part-time in the tooling, engineering. He was saving his money for a motorcycle, and he did all kinds of things like foundation work. He laid the foundation for his future by working at his papa's gas meter company. 1915, at the age of 18, his father agreed that he could buy the Rudge multi-purpose motorcycle. So he went to the dealer for 58 pounds. It's on side of Wall Street, and he went ahead and he purchased that Rudge for 58 pounds. What a steal. Today, you couldn't touch that thing for 58 pounds. His papa agreed that he could buy that Rudge motorcycle as long as he could take that to work, use it to make money. However, secretly, Harry went ahead and he modified that bike. Don't tell Dad. He modified it so that it would be like a racer, but he never told his papa what he was doing. Harry, he rode that motorcycle, that Rudge, the modified Rudge, hill climbing events. He was a hill climber. Well, a little guy, probably like 19 years old at the time. And the bike was underpowered, and he didn't like that. He was a competitive guy, he liked to win, and he wasn't winning, so he went ahead and he started tinkering around with that carburetor. He wanted to add some more horsepower. Harry also fitted a 2-speed NSU gearbox on the crankshaft, allowing the gear range to be doubled. He went ahead and he doubled the bike's performance. Harry Weslake was a pretty smart young whippersnapper. As Harry's bike performance increased, he went ahead and entered different events like TT and flat track. He was doing hill climbs, TT. Harry Weslake was having a pretty good time. Then it happened. The dreaded World War I broke out. And Harry, he joined the Royal Air Force as a cadet pilot, a trainer. He wanted to fly. He was a smart cookie. And he went ahead and he had this school. He had to go ahead and have cadet school. He was in class and his instructor was teaching him about combustion engines. Harry raised his hand, would correct his instructor, and would teach the instructor exactly how combustion engines worked. He knew more than the instructor, and the instructor was blown away. Major McClure was his instructor, and he told Harry, why don't you go ahead and prepare carburetors, develop them for our airplanes. I think you're smart. I think you can do some damage on those airplanes, make those airplanes fly faster. And Harry said, yeah, I can do that. 1918, Harry and his father, they got a patent for this development called Sense Spray, and it went ahead and it performed the carburetors. It made it fuel economy. It was a really big invention in its time, and Harry and his father, they went ahead and patented that invention.
Say what?
1919, the war got over with. Harry and his family, they moved to this house. It was called the Franklin House on Colwick Lane in Exeter. Shortly after his parents and Harry moved in, his mom and dad, they passed away of cancer. Harry was alone, and he went ahead and decided he needed to start a company. And he went to London on Fulham Road, and he started a company called Wex Carburetors. Wex stands for Weslake Exeter Carbs. Harry started off on that London-based Wex carburetors with 3 employees. One of the employees was Stan Glanfield, and he had rode around the world on the motorcycle 3 times. There's a car going by here, and he got to see all over the world. And one of the places that he went to was Brisbane, Australia, in the land down under. And he went ahead and saw these motorcycle races. And it was called Speedway. They raced this Speedway on this cinder dirt. And in 1928, February, he brought a team of Aussie riders to England to race Speedway. He brought these guys to Epping Forest, and he went ahead and he introduced Speedway in the UK. Stan's brother Leonard, he was the official first promoter of the Speedway in the UK. He was the founder of the famous Exeter Falcons. Gordon Colbert was a good rider. He raced in Brooklands, and he asked Harry, like, could you sponsor me and put one of those Wex carburetors in my motorcycle? I want to win. I want to go fast. And Harry said, okay, I think I'll sponsor you. The Wex carburetors were the best carburetors around at the time. They were really good. They had a 1-switch mechanism to operate. They had better flow, better economy, and better power. 1923, Harry was asked by the Sunbeam factory team to tune their 3 motorcycles. They wanted to win. Harry said, sure, I'll go ahead and tune it. And from Colbert, the Sunbeam factory, they saw him. Harry tuned those Sunbeam motorcycles, plus the carburetors, and they went 20% faster, and they won a lot of races too. They won so many races that Sunbeam was the top TT team and GP team in all of Europe. Sunbeam was #1 because Harry Weslake. Wex carburetors in London, it went to 7 people, 7 employees. It was growing. Harry was kind of a frugal guy. He didn't want to grow too fast. And they were doing really well. And one of his dealers in London, they said to Harry, like, we need a big order of these carburetors. So Harry went ahead and leveraged his business, built a whole stack full of these Wex carburetors, and he delivered them to the dealer. And then the dealer said, I don't have any money after he received these carburetors, wouldn't give them back to Harry. Harry couldn't make payroll. Everything was screwed up at that time. And guess what? Wex carburetors, they went out of business.